Hello and welcome to Camera Review. Today we are unboxing one of the best zoom lenses in the market for a micro four thirds. This lens delivers 100 to 400 millimeters, which is equivalent to 200 to 800 millimeters in 35 millimeter format. And this lens is Panasonic Leica DG Vario-Elmar 100 to 400 millimeters at f4 to f6.3. Great optics, incredible design, and it has a heavy body, but this one delivers the performance like nothing else in the market. We will do side-by-side comparisons, show you how it performs on the field, and we will do a lot of reviews on this lens's performance. So if you're in the market looking for action photography or sports photography or wildlife photography, this is the lens that's going to deliver incredible results. So let's begin with the unboxing, see how it performs. Alright, today we are looking at this beautiful Lumix G. It's a Leica DG Vario-Elmar 100 to 400 millimeters f4 to f6.3. It's got aspherical surfaces and it's power optical image stabilization. This is one of the best lenses that was ever made for wildlife photography as well as a zoom lens. Now this is interesting here, it says for Japan only. I always buy my lenses from Japan because they always keep their best products and the best quality for the Japanese market, and this one is made in Japan, and of course they are fairly priced compared to what is out in the market. Now this lens we're going to be opening and doing unboxing of is a lens that has been long time in the coming, because as you may know, if you're a wildlife photographer, you know that you need to have as much leverage in terms of focal distance, and this one gives you between 200 to 800 millimeters. So let's do the opening. Now, also please note that it's not the fastest. They have an f4, and you can even buy f2.8. But for the quality that this is unbeatable. It's not those $5,000 lenses. So here it is. We have the Panasonic Objectif Interchangeable, which means it's a interchangeable lens. And here's product code HRS 100-400. It's got splash proof, dust proof, which is very good because you need that outdoors. You also have power O.I.S, which is optical stabilization, which is wonderful if you're taking photograph outside. And it has basic information on the equipment. Now, what is interesting here to note, and this is very important, and that I will mention, one of them is the fact you need to keep your lenses always covered when you're putting it, because these contacts will be damaged. These are the parts that are coming with it: the pouch, the lens hood, the lens cap, and the mounting shoe at the bottom. Gives you basically how to use it. I will go into more details in my future reviews. What's important is never hold the lens as such. If you don't hold the hood properly, and try to lift it up, you will have the lens fall, because it's a heavy lens weighing in about 985 grams, almost a kilo, or that's 2.17 pounds. Here are the other using tripods. Now this is some other things that I want to mention very briefly. This is not the closest focusing lens in the world. It's got a 1.3 meters close focusing distance, and I don't know if that's mentioned here. It's got a f4 to f22. It takes a 72mm front thread, so it's important. We should get into these things in a little bit. First though, let's open this and look at what's inside. Here I think is, as always, the lens pouch and the lens cap. Now this is what we are looking for. Here you go. Now this has got a nice little interior finish for any kind of filter you may want to put, but it's also important to note that this is not made out of metal, it's made out of plastic, which is something I don't appreciate because eventually they tend to break. Alright, so here is the shoe for the lens support, which you can put. As you can see, you can screw this on as such. It makes it easier to use it in the field. And finally, we have the lens pouch. As you can see, it has never been opened, so let's open it and have a look at it. Now normally these ones that come from Panasonic are never padded. This one is no different. It is just lens pouch to protect it from dust, and this is what it looks like, and then you can put your lens in it. Personally, if you're gonna use anything as such, please get a proper lens kind of a bag that has support and padding to protect it. These will not do the job. This is only if you want to put in your bag and, you know, so it doesn't get scratched or dust on it, but beyond that it will not protect your lens. So here we are. Next thing, remove this, and we are down to the lens. And without no further ado, here it is. We are opening it. And we have the beauty of it here. As you can see, it says 400 all the way to 100. Let's try the focus ring. As you can see, it doesn't turn because it is locked. You need to release it, and now here it is, just nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Once you do, you can lock it and it does not move. And this is very important if you're trying to hold focus. Of course, you have lock and unlock here, and the front of it is quite large, as you can see. It's got 72mm writing here telling you that that's the one you will need. You have the 4.0 to 6.3 as mentioned, and 100mm to 400mm, which comes to 200 to 800mm and 35mm length. Now here's another important thing. This is full. This is 5 meters to infinity, allowing you to know which elements are you going to engage in the lens to capture as sharp images as possible. There's of course manual focus, autofocus, important, power, image stabilization as on and off here. But it's important to mention here that you'll probably leave this on to get as much support in getting your images without a blur. So this is important. I always leave this on full because that's usually what I'm zooming in. I use this kind of lenses, zoom lenses, even for filming, because it gives you that benefit of having everything squeezed and getting more into a shot, and that's important. Now, some of the things that we should mention about this lens: it has one aspherical surfaces, it has a whole bunch of extra low dispersion elements to make sure that this lens performs as spectacularly as it does. It's extremely sharp, extremely well made. The barrel is metal, so it's not gonna have any trouble. You would need to, of course, this is water and dust proof kind of thing, but you must remember that you must get kind of a cover, which I will cover in the next couple of reviews. You need to protect the lens element from external elements like the rain and the dust. Even if this is that made to be resistant to that, you want to get as much out of your lens as possible. So you will need to have the covers to use it outdoors if you're going to do it. Indoors, it's not a problem. If you're doing filming, it's not a problem, but I will still use this lens in the fashion that it was intended to, for outdoor wildlife photographers. It's another important thing to mention that this has 20 elements. It's a highly complicated lens in 13 groups. So this lens is manufactured to do amazing things, and it does amazing things because of the focal range. And it is designed by Leica and Panasonic collaboration. Panasonic obviously pays some amount of money to Leica for using their name, but the lens elements and design, the optical engineering is there, and it is being manufactured in Japan, not in China, which is wonderful, because here you can see that it says made in Japan, and this is one of the important things to notice. And I personally like this lens as a collection piece, because this lens will serve you years and years to come. And here's the bottom of the lens. You see the lens contacts. This is the type of lens you would want to purchase if you are going to do any outdoor photography. But more importantly, you would want to use this lens for filming purposes. And I'll show you how you can use them very efficiently to get the best image quality and the best settings. Now, it is not a fixed aperture, it's a variable aperture, and it's for that reason you have to be careful if you're pulling focus, because it will affect the image quality. And of course we will do tests to see the focus reading. We will see tests this focus shifts if there is anything. Beyond that, I would say this lens is on par with some of the best lenses that Canon and Nikon produces, that ranges in the $3,000 to $5,000, even to $10,000 range. And I think that anyone who buys this lens will not be disappointed. And it's a quick way to get into the market and the business if you are into photography of wildlife or such things. Personally, I feel that if you are going to make a career out of photography, this is one of the best lenses to start with. And also, because of the image quality being as good as it is with the Panasonic line, this will serve you very well. And of course, if you were to sell this in the future, I don't think you will lose much money on it. It will just be holding its value pretty well. So I hope you have liked this review. If you liked our review, please like our video. And as I said, we will do a lot more reviews on this lens, compare it side by side with other lenses in the market, and show how it performs in the field. And of course, we will appreciate your contributions in helping us to make these videos. We're not sponsored by any camera company. We don't get any cameras sent to us from any camera shops. So we are totally independent, bringing you unbiased reviews. So for that very reason, we appreciate all your donations, all your contributions in helping us to make these videos. And you can find that contribution button in the description section below. If you make a contribution, we will surely be very happy, and we will help you to make better buying decisions and learn about the lenses that are in the market. Of course, we have NAB coming up, so we're going to do a lot more reviews on the lenses that are coming into the market. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel. Of course, you can visit our website at camerareview.ca and see the new lenses and how they perform, and read our in-depth articles about these lenses. We appreciate you watching and hope to see you in our next review.